Captain Haskins wants to invite you to his incredible adventure in search for cryptids, evidence, Bigfoot, Gugman, the black dog of Meriden. Many times since he was at young age, he's had encountered phenomena that cannot be explained. There's so much outdoors we don't know, so much we still don't comprehend. Outside is where we seek for these answers. Find it's about getting out there. Join us or check on YouTube for our previous episodes. Believe me, evidence is hidden on plain sight. CCIS is on the road, yeah.
Hi everybody, we're in an undisclosed location in Litchfield today. Come across this old settlers foundation. We just had a hell of a snowstorm yesterday, and so we want to wish everybody a happy new year and hope it's prosperous and everybody's happy and healthy in 2026 and beyond. So let's get out there. It's beautiful today. Somebody made a snowman in the middle of the woods out here. Oh. So we found a boardwalk and we have power lines. And as you've heard me mention before, these are Phragmites, and I can see some native cattails. And these Phragmites are invasive, Phragmites australiensis. And the cattails are native, and these Phragmites push out the cattails. Cattails are edible. You can make insulation for your gloves if you're cold, hypothermic. The tops can be used as fire tinder. You can make water filters out of cattail. Cattails are beautiful, and a lot of animals need them, and they provide habitat. And these invasive Phragmites are a biological desert, meaning that there's very few animals that utilize this. You will see red-winged blackbirds, and sometimes deer will settle down in that. Not too much because they're associated with wetlands. It's not fun to sleep in water. So we found this, and power lines, of course, are paths for all kinds of animals. Animals gravitate. They use those power lines as trails. So I mentioned cattails, and some of the other things you can do with them is you can weave the leaves into a beautiful sleeping mat. So they just have a lot of uses. They're awesome. You see there, that's a muskrat den. It's covered with snow. It's nice and insulated. You can see a little bit of an opening where they can come in and out. And they like these reeds like this. Beavers, they like woods they can eat. Birches, and they especially like aspen. That's their favorite wood. He's way out there ice fishing. And as I say, in Connecticut, that's a lonely sport. You always see these guys alone. I know because I did it. Can't even make a straw. Very good. Okay. Trying to see if you can make a straw out of this. You could. You could make a straw out of it. That's about the only use I know for it. Unless you go back in the 70s and you want to decorate with it. A big vase. But cattail is the king of the wetlands. All right, we're off trail here, following deer tracks. Just a little ways in, get away from all the hubbub over there. All right, well, there's deer are starting to crisscross each other here. Two deer trails intersecting. The one we're following going this way. And this is a much bigger fella going this way and that way. This deer is just traveling straight, like it's on a mission. careful. It's squatchy back here. I thought that was a structure back there. A lot of deers are intersecting right here, and squirrels. We're gonna stay with our deer, unless I follow this big one here. Right there. What the hell is that? That's squirrel. That looks like... Holy shit. This is squirrel here, you see. I don't know what that is. But... All right, so claws right here. Whang, boom, and they went like they were chasing a squirrel. And this is my hand comparative to that track. There's two claws. And then up there, and you can see them up there, and then they continue on that way. They're in here looking for squirrels, hunting squirrels. That's something big. All right, let me get my bearings. All right, which tracks do I want to follow? It's the ones we were on. So I got some interesting tracks over here. You can see how far apart they are. Okay. See that? To that. I don't want to hurt myself. The log is to that. Oh, I can't even do it. Something. Then they get closer together right here. We're gonna stick with this. Come on, the boy. You know how All right, so we're at our undisclosed location on the Litchfield Bantam line, and we got off trail, and that was fun, following a deer trail, and then something with some pretty substantial claws. Look like 2 claws. Really curious as to what that is. Looking at you, buck fever. Anyhow, we're out of here. So track your way like we just did to our like and subscribe button. Check out our social media and help us out by buying a t-shirt or a hat or something at our store. That really goes a long way. And don't forget, it's all about getting out there. Look at this, huh? Look at this. Why do you want to be inside when you have all this? Anyhow, I gotta go get my Squatch repellent dog, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Real pretty with the snow falling off the trees.